Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone, welcome to the sixth episode of Founders Gyaan, where we do Founders Ka Gaan with a Tadka of Gyaan. So today to do this Gaan, we have a very special guest, Mr. Sudarsan Ravi, the founder and CEO of RippleHire, a high-performance AI ATS which enables global enterprises hire top talent. RippleHire powers global talent acquisition for large companies like Axis Bank, Emphasis, UST Global, LTIMindtree, and Tata Steel, and enable clients to win 17 Brandon Hall Awards over the last 5 years, and now even part of a Harvard Publishing case study. Mr. Sudarsan brings a rare mix of deep industry insight, startup resilience, and let's be honest, a refreshing take on what being a CEO actually feels like. So, from his energy, I can already feel he's a very fun guy and a fun CEO to work with. So, hi Sudarsan, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mansi. Thank you for hosting me. I look forward to a fun session ahead.
Yeah, great. So, although I've already introduced you, would you like to add something to your introduction, or would you like to speak more about Ripple Hire?
Not really. I'm good. I mean, we are fortunate we serve the world of talent acquisition. TA folks are superheroes. They help every single candidate, with a better life when they switch jobs, and help them progress in their careers. And they help every company, improve either top line or bottom line, which is why every single hire is made. So we're fortunate to serve that community. And that's all I would add. And we're grateful we are where we are because of that fraternity. So
Yeah, because everybody needs a job at some point of time, and every company is looking to hire someone. So that's one.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I think we've known about triple hire now. So for this podcast, we're gonna have two sections. One would be Gyan round, where we'll just take all the Gyan you have had in your all the journey of being a founder and CEO. Another will be the Funyan round, where we'll just ask you some funny questions. Not so funny, but yeah, professionally funny. So shall we begin?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. In exactly 6.5 words, what made you start Ripple Hire? So 0.5 here is for your favorite punctuation mark.
I think stupidity, ambition, learning, challenge, growth. I'll leave you to add one word. But those are all the reasons I started Ripple Hire.
Very energetic and fun. I'll add that.
Sure,
Great.
sure. Go for it.
Yeah. What's your one personality trait that doesn't show up on your resume but secretly helps you to run a company like a boss?
Authenticity. Do what you say what you do. Just being upfront with everybody and every person just helps.
But
I don't know the last time I made a resume, but that's who I am, and that's what helps me
yeah.
navigate Ripple Hire.
Okay, so with that, can you recall when was the last time you actually prepared a resume?
I don't actually. I think it was back when in I left college. I was fortunate. I only worked at two places. Deloitte was one, and the other was when the startup journey.
Huh?
So right at campus is when I made my first resume, and then I don't think I've ever made one because I've just been grateful that life took its own turn in its own course.
Yeah. That's the personality of a CEO. Great.
Not really. I think it's overrated, but yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
I've just been very lucky in life.
Yeah, that's great. Hiring is noisy, so and referrals are very hard to get. So if I just speak it very plainly and simply, what's one core thing Ripple Hire fixes that most people still don't get? Because let's say if I'm looking for a job, if I apply for 500 jobs, I'll get shortlisted in 10, I'll get interview calls from 3, and I'll get selected at 1. That is also not for sure. So what do you do best, which people leverage or which they admire the most? Because Ripple Hire is giving us that.
Sure. So I think talent acquisition is a very critical engine. What we do is on first help companies bring technology into the engine. So they can use AI agents and kind of transform how they run hiring. Now,
Okay.
specifically on referrals, what is the one thing people don't get? They think it is a matching game. How quickly can I match an employee's friend to a job? Actually, it's not. The bigger problem is how do you get employees in your organization even to be aware that they have to refer? So
Uh,
it's a marketing game, not a matching game.
okay.
Um, that's something we get. That's something we do. That's why our results are so good on referrals as compared to anybody else.
Okay.
अब secret sauce बता दिया. I hope everybody goes and makes this the norm.
Yeah, sure. Now everybody will start implementing that, I guess. And
I
also,
sure
I
hope so.
remember I used to work as a talent acquisition specialist. So I
Ah,
used to make calls, and it seems कि जॉब तो सबको चाहिए, तो सब हाँ कर ही देते होंगे. मतलब that seems to be the simplest job कि ठीक है, इसको तो सिर्फ कैंडिडेट ही लेके आना है. But they
correct,
don't know the hassle behind all of that कि आप कितने candidates को call करोगे. But sometimes some things will not match, other times other things will not match. So
correct.
if you're running such a big business of triple hire, so that is not an easy thing, of course, I'd say.
Oh, no, no. I think it's yeah, one day at a time. You
Ha,
navigate the day, you improve, and you keep growing.
yes,
So
yeah. Was there a specific broken experience while like with hiring that made you go, oh, I've had enough, now I'm building Ripple Hire? कभी कभी होता है ना कि हमारे साथ होता है तो ऐसा लगता है मुझे ये प्रोसेस ही नहीं करना, मैं खुद से अपना चीज करूंगा.
actually, वैसा नहीं था मेरे केस में. I went and built joined a friend to build an employee engagement company with him. वो
Okay.
चल नहीं रहा था, right? Because
अच्छा.
it was a low margin business, and हम थोड़ा struggle कर रहे थे.
हम्म.
When I went back and I said, "यार, what do I have personal experience in?" And I had actually helped build the PeopleSoft function at Deloitte, and
Okay.
उसमें we had actually grown it heavily through hiring, right? And we used our existing employees.
हम्म.
And मुझे लगा if one person gives one person in one company in 1 year, तो हायरिंग चेंज हो जाएगी ना. सो आई दैट वाज द ओनली ड्राइवर. और खुद पढ़े. तो इट वाजंट कि व्हाट वाज ब्रोकन. मुझे लगा इफ वन पर्सन इन वन कंपनी इज वन गुड पर्सन, तो विल चेंज हाउ हायरिंग हैपेंस. एंड टचवुड, आई थिंक वी बीन एबल टू चेंज सोर्सिंग इन अ लार्ज वे, एंड नाउ हायरिंग थ्रू आवर एटीएस फॉर श्योर.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And that I think at that time would have felt as a risk, right? कि एक चीज नया start करना, and that was also a risk. But now you've grown so nicely. That's really amazing. Okay. How did you land your first real customer? Like, was it hustle, luck, or connection, or something totally unexpected?
Hustle. Just hustle.
Okay.
And we tried everywhere. And ultimately, Real Image was the company in Chennai. I still
Okay.
remember Sudha gave us our first check and she very sweetly said, "May this grow into millions." I still have that laminated and with me. The
Okay.
first customer who trusts you is very special, and
Uh,
not hustle, just outreach, hustle,
Yeah,
go from there.
absolutely. Because that time you are starting completely from scratch. किसी के पास 15 customers हैं, उनको trust करना is comparatively easy. But the first person who places your trust in them, they're very special.
That's correct.
And how much time did it take for you to land that first customer?
First year.
First year.
Within the first year itself, so we've been profitable. I mean, we're not profitable. We've been growing every year.
Hmm.
And within the first year itself, we had our first customer. So
Mm-hmm.
revenues to started ticking in from year one.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, we hear a lot about AI and hiring now. So, where does Ripple Hire draw the line between smart tech and keeping the human and human resources? Because until we have that human touch and human resources, I don't think the bot can do everything. And even we won't feel that, chiller vibe if it's just everything has been done by AI. So, where does the people draw that line?
So basically, hiring is a high trust decision.
Hmm.
You're not going to change a job frivolously
Yeah,
because ना आपकी life बहुत change होती है. You
yeah.
go to a company, you are now going to work amongst new people,
Hmm.
and you can't like so. And that's especially true as people get more and more senior, that they want to be sure about the choice they make, right?
Yeah.
So the AI, of course, removes the grunt work in a big way.
Yes.
AI prevents from a risk standpoint. AI eliminates fraud. AI solves for, speed, quality, matching. And agents make life so much easier for TA. But the biggest difference comes from, you know, uh, the fact that the human being builds that trust, builds that comfort, looks for emotion. So we leave the human parts to it. In fact, our candidate experience score, lowest score is about 4.69 on 5 across all our customers. And
Okay.
this happens because sheer product plus the fact that now TA can become more human in how they deal with people, right? Because they have more time to do the nice things, which is
Yes.
what everybody wants to do.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to sit and spend hours in a system, right? किसको मजा नहीं आता.
of
So
course. Yeah. And I think the manual part, which where we can save time with the help of AI, that's a smart decision to make. If you're like not making it, the will be like it's stupidity. So that is a good thing. But yes, to keep that touch where you have just mentioned, that is also necessary because without it, the completely we are living in an with no trust, no comfort, live in nothing.
correct, correct.
Right.
Very true. Well said.
Yeah. Tell us about a moment in your founder journey that still give you chills, either because it was magical or because it almost broke you.
Around the 3 year mark, I was 2.5, 3 year mark. We were about to close two large enterprises with about 500,000 employees. And
Okay.
at one place, the CXO, at both places, one place the CXO moved out and the other place the champion moved out. And tabna, we didn't understand what is the impact of such things.
Uh,
But both places, after spending 1.5 years on the sales journey, went on hold. So that
okay.
was pretty depressing. But up realize, and that would have been big revenue growth for us at that stage, right?
Of course.
Of course, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So that was something that still I remember very as probably a pivotal moment where I had to really grow up as a founder,
Okay.
right? But yeah, that's probably the one that comes most to mind.
Okay. Nice. So those experiences really teach you a lot.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So your life probably runs in meetings, hiding dashboards, and chaos. So how do you keep your brain from frying and what's your escape button? Because पूरा दिन meetings में रहना है and उन चीजों को retain करना. Because as a founder, I believe, as a CEO, I believe कि one meeting you just got over with, next is already scheduled. You must have got just maybe 5 minutes is also hard to get. So
So, absolutely, like right after this, I have to start traveling and get to another meeting as well, right? So I think, yeah, context switching, jumping from problem to problem, looking at growth, there's a lot that runs, right? And I think that's something that all of us go through.
hmm,
The thing that's my escape is I have a wonderful family that supports me.
okay.
And I have a 11-year-old with whom I play some football, go to his games on the weekend, and I have a 1.5-year-old who's probably as relentless as I would love him to be. And between the two of them, yeah, time nikal jata hai.
Okay.
They're really like they provide my peace of mind, my distraction. It's almost meditative.
Yeah.
So I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of love. So that just cushions everything else. And of course, your work, whether you're founder or you're entrepreneur or your CEO or you're any executive, right? Work is work.
Yeah.
Sabka life is busy. So
Yes. So you have to push through it. We have to go through it. Yeah.
yeah, very
That
much.
keeps you pushing. If you have a good family, supporting family, keeps you pushing always.
Very much, right? You start fresh the next day.
Yes, right. Okay. So, what narrative or strategic choice do you think most resonated with Howard to include RippleHire in its business curriculum?
So I think that was pure awesomeness that Harvard features RippleHire and teaches RippleHire to every upcoming MBA student or as part of the course curriculum there. But
Okay.
let me tell you, I think a company's journey is a lot of failures and strategic pivots.
Mm.
In our case, we started with employee referrals.
Okay.
Then, like there is LinkedIn for social media and Naukri for job portals, we became the default for job portals.
Okay.
But then, a customer of ours who's been a customer for over a decade sat us down and said, "Yaar, you've done PhD in such a small area.
Uh,
आपको पता है कि आप जिसमें plug in करते हो, the ATS is completely broken globally."
okay.
So, when you're doing well in an area to then take a call to build out an entire TA technology platform from end to end platform, which is then implemented in 50 countries, and to replace the likes of Oracle, SAP, Workday while doing so,
Mm.
I think in hindsight, I feel they feel like strategic strong bets. But such to ye hai ki when you're going along, you make bets looking forward, right? And you hope it pays off.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I'm grateful that the people who gave me that idea had all the right intentions and they helped us. And then, of course, so many people have helped us on this journey to kind of build this out in a good way. So, yeah, I think that's probably the reason. But yeah, we're very, very grateful. I never thought in my life Harvard would cover us. But, you take I've always been lucky. So I'll take all the grace I can get.
Yeah. This, like, after listening, also, it's so inspiring, really. It's so inspiring, and it's good to be lucky, and you got covered by Harvard. So that really means it's a very big thing in itself. And you must have been fortunate enough for that.
Oh yeah, I'm very fortunate, and अभी भी strike नहीं होता है. See,
Uh,
magnitude of something like this ना ऐसा resonate भी नहीं होता है because um and I'm happy in a good way it does not because if RippleHire is like a teenager ना, ठीक है?
uh,
If we start thinking we have arrived, तो हम मर जाएंगे. there
और
is no
स्टॉप जहां पे कंफर्ट लेवल हिट किया, you'll stop there.
correct. So I would say that we are, that the village that helped us grow made us into a prodigy that we got covered.
Hmm.
पर अब बहुत आगे जाना है यार, मतलब बहुत जाना है. So I'm very careful of that. Maybe that's the reason why it has not registered yet. But yeah, um,
So in right proportion, being fortunate enough कि ऐसा भी नहीं है बिल्कुल grateful ही ना हो, but not taking it as an overconfidence या फिर कि okay we have got covered by Harvard, so okay let's like stop. We've reached everywhere. Yeah.
I think we have to find that balance. Yeah.
Yes.
So just that's just the nature. So let's go.
Yeah. How has this recognition influenced internal mindset and external perception? I think most of it you've already answered. You people have find the correct balance between not like you have to still go on. ऐसा नहीं है कि everything has already been achieved, right? Still, you would
हाँ,
like to add
बहुत
something.
आगे जाना है यार, कुछ नहीं अचीव किया अभी तक. लाइक आई थिंक a billion is very far away. So
Yeah,
we'll get there someday, but बहुत आगे जाना है.
yeah. Okay. Ever wake up and think, oh, I don't feel like being the CEO today. वो आलिया भट्ट का मीम है ना, मुझे घर जाना है. So do you feel like that? कि आज मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा?
um, होता है, बहुत बहुत बार होता है. बहुत बार I keep questioning, am I the right CEO for this company? Every year I reevaluate whether RippleHire needs Sudarshan. What does Sudarshan have to grow into so I can run a company of this size? And what does RippleHire need to grow? Right? Um, yeah, CEO is a very fancy title, but ultimately it's a big responsibility, right? You're responsible for a lot of people. एंड तो हाँ, ऑल सीईओज, किसी को लाइक हु इज नॉट अ सीईओ उसको लगता है क्या मजा है, राइट? बट आई रिमेंबर अ वेरी स्मार्ट कलीग ऑफ माइन सेड दिस रिसेंटली. ही सेड हेवी द हेड दैट वेयर्स द क्राउन. सो यस, एब्सोल्युटली, बहुत बार लगता है.
Yeah.
एंड देन वी जस्ट फोकस ऑन व्हाट नेक्स्ट और काम पे लग जाते हैं, एंड द फीलिंग गोज अवे.
That feeling goes away. Correct, correct. Because we even being as an employee, even if we think, yeah, आज नहीं काम करना है, still you will take leave. You will have that all the think, okay, tomorrow I'll have to work on that. Tomorrow I'll have to work on that. So you being a CEO, you have a lot of people's responsibilities on your head and shoulders, right? So you have to definitely think about it. But yeah, you get distracted in work, and that feeling eventually goes away. Correct.
हाँ, बिकॉज सी, ट्रस्ट इज एवरीथिंग. या customers trust us.
Yeah.
Employees trust us, investors trust us, and the goal for us is anybody who's associated with us should have a nice outcome,
Yeah.
right? तो वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. एंड कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है यार नहीं करना है, बिकॉज ना, most days in building a startup, I think one thing that you should be ready for is most days you'll punch yourself. Every once in a while you'll pinch yourself with what happens. So as long as you're ready, and you're ready to go the next day, I think you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what's the smartest way you have ever acted dumb just to let things slide or buy time, कि जैसे कभी हमें काम दे रहा था तो मुझे दिया था काम, कौन सा काम? So like as a CEO you must have had something to do or whatever, but
I don't think मुझ में ना ये स्मार्टनेस ही नहीं है. आई हैव टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, क्योंकि जो है आई से इट.
हाँ.
And I'm just like I will not, um, it's not in my value system at all to act, क्योंकि आता ही नहीं है. आएगा तो ही एक्ट करोगे, तो यू माइट एज वेल जस्ट बी योरसेल्फ.
हाँ.
Sometimes it's less optimal, right? Like, and then I look back and feel यार मे बी बोलना नहीं चाहिए था.
हाँ.
But I just feel being genuine ना is the easiest thing in life. जो लगे जैसा लगे सीधा सीधा बोल दो. Some things will work out, some things won't, but at least so I don't act.
Okay.
No acting dumb. जो
Okay.
है सीधा रहो, सीधा कहो, simple.
ठीक है. I'll take this advice from you. Thank you.
No problem.
Be real on a scale from founder grind to CEO cruise. How misunderstood is the role of a CEO?
Very.
Okay.
Everybody thinks CEO is, at one point my job description at RippleHire, when you're building a, so there are different stages, right? When you're building a company, you have to do things that others don't want to do or can't do.
Yeah.
And at all times, you have to make yourself redundant. So
Hmm.
I was joking with somebody as we built processes in the company. There was a point jab I used to sell. Then
Okay.
there was so I used to do marketing, I used to do sales, I used to do customer success, and then one by one you build functions.
Yes.
And I was joking with somebody, ऐसे ही चलता रहा and I become redundant. तो एक point आएगा जहाँ पे ना मैं ज्ञान दूंगा और चाय पीऊंगा. फिर एक point आएगा जहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ चाय पीऊंगा. So, so the act of finding what the company needs and making yourself redundant by building those functions
Okay.
is not is the job of is basically the job of a CEO, because you have to scale the company, right? You have to scale the company beyond yourself, and so everybody thinks it's very glamorous, okay? But at a personal level, you got one more level away from execution, but that's what you need to do so the company can grow and you can do more. So yeah, very misunderstood role. Everybody thinks it's very glamorous. Kuch glamour nahi hai. Lot of responsibility, lot of challenge, hell a lot of growth. If you're ready for days on end being relentless and pushing all the time, I think then you should absolutely pursue this. अरे chill है, life अच्छा चल रहा है, मत बनो.
पैसा पैसा छापूंगा.
Oh, I'll be my own boss.
Yeah.
CEO is boss of everybody.
Yeah.
ऐसा जो illusion है ना, everybody is boss of CEO is the only way to grow large companies.
Yeah, right. And this is a reality check for every young entrepreneur who just wants to start into fresh, because they actually feel ki yeah, it's just about making money and distributing work to respective people in your company and just sitting back and relaxing. Whereas, like in reality, it's far more away in that.
Because every mistake at RippleHire, I own it, right? So the right leadership principle, and this is something that if you hire good people, you want them to do. So तेरे सारे आंसू मेरी सारी खुशियां तेरी, तेरे बिन मैं कुछ भी नहीं, तेरे बिन मैं कुछ भी नहीं. This is the right song. Because the reality is, yes, the credit is theirs,
Yeah.
but if there is a mistake, you own it.
Yes.
Because the mistake happened at RippleHire, and I'm responsible for all things RippleHire.
Of course.
So yeah,
Perfectly said. कुछ भी गलती हुई, किसका गलती है? आपका गलती है.
natural है ना यार, क्योंकि मेरा ही गलती है, because I'm building this organization, right, and I'm responsible for it.
Yes.
Uh,
Right.
but yeah, so that's the misunderstood role of a CEO. Everybody thinks credit CEO को जाता है, उल्टा है actually. Credit goes to everybody else. All the failures are at the hand of the CEO. Think about it ना, income tax में problem हुआ तो निर्मला सीतारामन asked Salil Parekh, no, CEO of Infosys,
हाँ.
आ जाओ मिलने. There is a problem, CEO has to show up.
Yeah.
This, right?
Right,
But yeah.
perfectly said. This was really, really fun. Thank you. Okay, where is Ripple Hire headed next? Is it scale, pivot, partnership, or something while we are not expecting?
Oh, wow. We've solved product market fit,
Okay.
product solution fit. Founders market fit is very, very strong. Org leadership market fit is very strong. Now we are focusing on scale fit. So we're fortunate. Today we are the largest player in the TA tech space out of India. We're in 50 countries. We just have to keep scaling. Relentless execution, relentless scaling. That's exactly what we are focused on. While making sure every customer is successful. That's very important for us. We are not in that game जहाँ पे वीसी ने पैसा दिया, 10 अकाउंट को खुश करो, 10 अकाउंट अक्वायर करो, एक चलेगा चल जाएगा, यू नो
Mm.
बिल्ड अ लोगो वाला इंजन. दैट्स नॉट हु वी आर. We're building good logos, successful, and sorted for the next decade. That's our philosophy. That's where it is. And as we scale, how do we keep this going is the toughest challenge. That's what we're after.
Yeah.
So,
So where you've reached from where you've started and the plan you have, I am very, very sure with the energy you have, you will reach great heights of success.
oh, thank you. Thank you for your confidence. I have a good team, and that's what gives me that comfort, and
Yeah.
a very strong customer base that keeps teaching us and helping us improve, right? They care, which is really good.
Feedback is very important, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So with this, we comes to an end of Gyan round, and I'm really, really grateful for the genuine insights you've given. Like nothing sugar coated, because this reality check is what other young entrepreneurs are looking for. कि कुछ सच बताए कोई कि हाँ ऐसा होता है उनकी जर्नी में.
Absolutely. And in the next 5 minutes,
Yeah,
I'll try to make it as far as I can.
sure,
वो
sure.
strength नहीं है, but कोशिश करेंगे. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's a rapid fire round, so we'll just make it very quick and short. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with this. So where do you see yourself in 5 years, and where do you have hope you never end up?
यार 5 days में मैं कहाँ पे हूँ मुझे पता नहीं है. which city I will be, where I'll be meeting whom, I don't have clarity today.
Okay.
तो 5 years तो बहुत दूर की बात है. वी एग्जैक्टली विजन है,
हाँ.
we'll execute to it, पर आज तो पता नहीं है.
Okay.
और एंड अप तो आई डोंट नो दैट ईदर. सोचते ही हैं, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah. What's your favorite meme about about hiring startups or being a CEO?
यार I'm not a meme person, so you'll have to excuse this one. Let's go to the next.
Okay. Name two companies that keep you sharp, your silent rivals or loud ones.
Actually, na, I am very inspired by, not, they're not rivals here, and I don't think anybody's a rival. I a lot of healthy respect.
Yeah.
I think ISRO is something that I am really a big fan of, and that's one company I'll take. मतलब क्या बनाते हैं यार? Rocket science. They are out there. They're doing things that we've never done before. So I think ISRO is the company I would, and it's an organization beyond anybody, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of ISRO, and Tata's is another one. 100 साल हो गए उनको, and they're still like strong and growing in so many businesses. तो I
Yes.
think ऐसा बनाओ ट्रस्ट की, चलते रहो, ग्रो करते रहो. So both of these companies are things that I respect and I love.
Okay. Okay. Give us a brutally honest, no PR review tagline for Ripple Hire, the one which you would put on a coffee mug, not on a billboard. Billboard.
ओह, बिल्ली बोर्ड पे भी डाल सकते हैं, बिल्ली पे बोर्ड लगा के, नो प्रॉब्लम. डीप इन थॉट, सिंपल टू यूज, पावरफुल टू गवर्न. दैट्स हू वी आर, राइट? और वो एक साइड होगा कॉफी मग का, और बिल्ली बोर्ड के दूसरे साइड पे हम लिखेंगे हाई परफॉर्मेंस एआई एटीएस.
Okay. Okay, great.
परफॉर्म करना है यार.
Yeah.
टेक्नोलॉजी आए तो रिजल्ट्स आना चाहिए. दैट्स द किकर.
Okay. Are layoffs even a topic right now at Ripple Hire or are you all in chill and build mode?
वी आर इन चिल एंड बिल्ड. तो
Okay.
एब्सोल्युटली no layoffs at all at RippleHire. In fact, God's grace, हर साल we are growing. So
Great. Great. So when no one's watching, what's the first thing you do?
बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन है. So I did a very recent hack. ये ना, ये YouTube का जो रील है ना, बहुत अडिक्टिव है, बहुत यूजलेस चीज है.
एक
So
घंटे
I,
रहता है.
हाँ, अरे, and that started becoming the first thing I started doing, which became very risky. You putting junk in your head. तो मैंने क्या किया? I got rid of YouTube's settings में जाके I got rid of the क्या कहते हैं उसे? I turned off history. The
Okay.
moment you turn off history, YouTube stops recommending anything. The moment it stops recommending anything, there is no way you'll scroll.
हाँ.
तो वो परफेक्ट हैक हो गया. बट दैट वाज अ वीकनेस. अब 2 हफ्ते पहले का हैक है.
Okay.
लेट्स सी कितना दिन टिकेगा.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. If you weren't building Ripple Hire, what's an alternate universe job you would actually be doing?
बिल्डिंग प्रोडक्ट समवेयर,
Okay.
और हेल्पिंग कस्टमर सक्सीड समवेयर. कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, सेल्स भी कर सकते हैं, बट समथिंग टू दैट इफेक्ट.
Great, great. Okay, so what's one completely useless talent you have that people would be shocked to know?
I think I could do this at one point where you could move your this, hold your tongue, all things you did in college for fun, then get yelled at by teacher saying, "बकवास क्या कर रहे हो?" while you're PC practicing. Uh,
Okay.
I can create absolutely ridiculous ABCD songs for my toddler.
Okay.
And S for samosa, T for eat it, you become tall, all kinds of nonsense. And my 1.5-year-old now says UV for ultraviolet. So हम कुछ तो बकवास करते रहते हैं. So वैसे तो बहुत सारे यूजलेस टैलेंट्स हैं, बट these are what come to mind.
Okay, great. What's the weirdest feedback you've ever received from a client, team member, or investor?
नहीं यार, फीडबैक कभी वियर्ड नहीं होता.
Okay.
तो कुछ है नहीं, बिकॉज वियर्ड कैसे होगा? मतलब इफ यू जज फीडबैक तो फिर ग्रो कहाँ हो गए? तो आई डोंट जज, आई लिसन टू ऑल फीडबैक. हाँ, सुनो सबकी, करो खुद की. इज समथिंग दैट वन पर्सन गेव मी ब्रिलियंट फीडबैक. ही
Okay.
सेड, सुनने का सबका,
हाँ.
करने का खुद का. अमेजिंग, आई लव्ड इट. तो आई डू लिसन, आई टेक ऑल फीडबैक. And good ideas can come from everywhere, na? Mansi, it can come from you, me, the person who joined us as an intern.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
Uh, Everybody can give great ideas, yeah.
Right,
You just have
right.
to listen. So.
Agree with you completely. Okay, so with this, we comes to an end of Funny and Round as well. Thanks a lot for being there. It's a very good start of the day. And honestly, in all the podcasts I've had till everybody now, this was the most fun and engaging one because you were you and you actually gained no sugar coated nothing, everything genuine and true. And it was a very fun and engaging podcast. Thanks a lot for being in Founders.
Thanks for having me, Mansi. It was really nice talking to you. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.